Hi, I am Jay Bonner, and this is Video 7, Why I Left the Republican Party. I have always been a Republican. Um, my parents have been Republicans, and so you could say because my parents were Republicans and I've been a Republican, that I'm a natural-born Republican. My wife is a Republican, and her parents are Republicans, so I'm been engaged and involved with the Republican Party all my life. So it made sense that when I was called by God to run for Congress, that I would run for Congress as a Republican. So I got on the ballot in 2014 as the Republican candidate for Congress, United States House of Representatives, Florida Congressional District 20. And I didn't win that election, and then I proceeded to run in 2016 as a Republican, and tried to get on the ballot by candidate petitions and failed to collect all the petitions that were necessary to get on the ballot, and another Republican did. So I talked with him and told him I wouldn't run against him and in the primary, and so he got on the ballot, and I didn't get on the ballot in 2016. Now, I was somewhat discouraged. I was called by the Lord, and I truly believe that if God called me, He would supply all the needs necessary for me to get on the ballot. And I didn't get on the ballot by candidate petition, and so I was somewhat discouraged to the point, I questioned the call. Was this really truly what God wanted me to do? So I reflected on that from 2014 till now, 2016 till now, and I've come to recognize that through the 2016 primary and till today, that God has been taking me on a journey to really show me what He wants me to end up doing in this campaign and in my run for Congress. And that is to rally faith and community leaders to take back our country. Now, the importance of this campaign is that I had to leave the Republican Party, and the reason that I had to was that God talked to me and said, look, Jay, I need for you to be a uniting figure, a uniting part of our country, and that I need you to rally the faith community, and in the process of doing so, Jay, you can't be connected with a political party. Now, this was quite hard, for me to take under an understanding, because I've always been a Republican. And so I, in my recognition and obedience, I came to recognize yes. And in doing so, I've left the Republican Party. I've registered as a non-party candidate, and I'm running in this 2018 congressional race as a non-party candidate. Now, there's an underlying reason why the Lord has called me to do this, and that is that political parties, by their very nature, divide the country. We can look at our country today, and we are in a battle, and the battle is over ideology, and the battle is over who's going to be in control. And that battle has separated our country. George Washington, in his farewell address, gave our country a warning about where we are today. And he called it political fraction. And what has happened is that the political parties, he said in the farewell address, will fracture or will separate and divide our country. And they have. They've destroyed our country and are destroying our country and has separated us. But for me to be a part of this movement of God that is wanting to unite our country as men and women of faith who fear God, know the truth, and hate dishonest gain, I had to leave the Republican Party. One of the things that I recognized and bring to your attention here is that when I ran as a Republican candidate, I had to make my pledge and allegiance to the Republican Party. And I could not affiliate or be a part of the other parties, other political parties. And I've come to find out in talking to other Democrats that that's the same kind of allegiance that they have to make in their party. So political parties, by their very nature, in terms of the pledges that candidates make, can't even cooperate with each other by the pledges that they make. And so I recognize that we need to end this fraction of this division of our country. In order to do so, we have to leave the two-party political tyranny that we see in our country. And so part of this change in my life and the change that I'm seeing, I'm sharing with you today, in hopes that those of you that have been called by God, that have recognized the calling upon this movement that the Lord has to the answer of prayers that many have been praying for God to save America, that in order to do so, we need to leave the political party that we're involved in, and we need to become non-party affiliates. And then our allegiance is only to God, that our allegiance then is not to a political party, but then our allegiance is directly through God. And then the blessings that come through God come through our elected officials, those who fear God, know the truth, and hate dishonest gain, can then end up blessing the people. And so this message here is just to let you know where I stand and why I left the political party of the Republican Party, and why I'm now a non-party affiliate candidate. So may God bless you, and may God bless America.